Hi, this is Thesia of Ellis Family Farms, and you can see my dogs are going to join me on this little trip today. I've been doing an awful lot of work with softball editing and stuff, and I'm just not getting the homestead stuff done. And so I think today what I want to do is give you a little bit of a tour. We did get some rain a few days ago, I think a little over an inch, and about 2 or 3 weeks before that we got about an inch or two at the time too. We are still considered in a deep drought here, but at least things are trying to green up a little bit. We're trying to get some stuff done, but there's been some losses. So let's go check it out and see what we find out. We completely missed the peaches up here. We've got our big peach tree that, if you'll remember from previous videos earlier this year, it didn't even really have any blossoms on it, and you can tell that the drought just really is having this one struggle. And we've got a few other, see this, you can even that one, even though it has a few more leaves on it, it just didn't do well. The peaches struggled this year, and this is what's left of the peaches on this year. You can see a couple there, one there. They just dried up in place and just didn't do well at all. Well, I'm seeing a few pears, or some right there, and there's another one up here. There's a few pears, but as many as there were earlier in the season. This is kind of looking sad too. I was hopeful that we were going to have a good mess of pears this year, but it's not looking that promising either. All right, these guys came running out because they think they're getting dinner and they're not. It's not time yet anyway, but we moved them last week, and so they've got, well, we say it's new grass, but it's not necessarily new grass. Tom did come out here with the tractor, and this is where the birds were previously, and then if you remember, I had those chairs and those holes. That's where they were right here. So he finally got all this smoothed out. We've still got a pretty good ditch going in that direction from where we did not fill in the outer lines when we put the septic tank in several years ago, but at least this part is cleared. I think I'm going to try to spread some seed out here and water it down and see if I can get something to grow here. And my poor tree, I never did even trim that one up. But this is going to look better after we're done with it, especially after I get it replanted and it starts growing again. Well, okay, let's rephrase that. It already looks better because it's smoother and we don't have to worry about falling in holes. These guys have okay size to them regardless. Wednesday, which is 2 days from now, is their processing date. So tomorrow night after I come home from a softball game, we are going to be loading these guys up and taking them. And this is my last load that I believe of the season. I don't think I'm going to be doing any more. Part of the reason I don't know if this is going to be my last trip to the processor this year is because I've got these two right here are toms, those black slate turkeys, and I've seen them square off with each other already, even as young as and small as they are. So I've got the one blue slate hen, and the rest of these are hens, and of course the one tom of the black slate. So I don't know. I may be making one more trip to get rid of the two little toms. Oops, excuse me, and then maybe some of the older hens. But I'm not sure yet. We'll see. We may be able to get these to stay. I don't know. We can try it. We'll try to see where they can hang out. We may have to separate the toms. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. But one way or another, we're not going to keep them. And these are my next generation of layers. Some of them anyway. These ones that are speckled, those are the ones I hatched. So you can tell by looking at them, a bunch of them are going to be little cockerels, and so those are going to have to be processed here eventually too. But all the ones that are all the deep gray colors and stuff, those are the little females that I ordered. So I'm gonna I know I've got the all dark ones are, well, I say I know. Every once in a while a male will get snuck in there, but I don't know. It's looking. With these barred rocks, this looks like there's a lot of little cockerels in there. We're going to have to find out that. And I won't be taking them to the processor until probably early next year, but at least we know that they're here. And what I'm going to have to do with them, sorry, I moved and startled them. But, yep, this is my next generation of layers. And this is an apple tree. And you can tell they're small. This is my hand, and that's the size of the apple. And I guess they are starting to turn, but a bunch of them fell off during that last heat wave. And so I'm lucky to have even these. The pigs have been getting a few apples. Well, and Tom had told me there were some apples on the ground out here that if I wanted to, I should throw them to the pigs, and I never did do it. Apparently deer have come through and eaten them. There's a few on this poor little tree. I've tried so hard to get to prop up, but it just didn't want to. But there's a few apples on it, and I think there's a few up here now. And I know you've been told this before, but these are trees that I grew from seed, so there's no telling what kind they are. And there's a few apples here, but you can tell everything just struggled this year so badly. Here's Waddles and Daisy. And again, it's the middle of the day, so they think I'm going to feed them. Daisy on the left here, when it's feeding time, she actually starts foaming at the mouth. She gets so excited about food. But they were hiding, and Waddles was up in the house and hiding, and Daisy was in the mud. I'm going to come away from here. What I was wanting to tell you before it got too noisy is, I don't know if you noticed, but Jimmy Dean's not over there. And I've kind of mentioned this in a couple of times, but I don't think I've actually made it official that last heat wave, and I was going out and I was hosing these pigs down in the heat of the day and stuff, but he still died, and it just broke my heart. So now I'm in the search for another boar, and I don't know that these girls got bred. I know that when they were together for about a month, and he always seemed interested, but they didn't. And if they're bred, I don't know it. But even if they are bred, I'm still going to need another boar. So I've just now started putting the feelers out, looking for another boar, so I can get this going again. But yeah, that really broke my heart. I even liked the name Jimmy Dean. I thought it was so cute. So I guess this is just kind of a short update to show you kind of what's been going on around here. And honestly, it's been kind of sad. We did finally get some rain, but it was just like too little too late. Losing my boar, and I don't know, my garden. We don't even want to talk about the garden. I am going to try to get my act together and try to see if I can get a fall garden going, but and it is early September. I may be too late for that too, so it is what it is. Sorry, I don't know what in the world Bailey was doing over there, but it looked really odd. But she comes trotting over. Yeah, it's been kind of a sad summer, and I think I have to admit, I feel pretty good about all the meat I've got in the freezer and stuff. But when you think about all the gardening that I didn't get done, and the situation that's kind of going on in our country, it distresses me. I want, no matter what, I've decided that I want to feed my family, and I just feel like I've let them down. I mean, I didn't, but I do feel like that I'm going to be letting them down, and I'm really praying that things don't get bad, because as much as I work to try to be prepared, obviously I'm just not. But that is what it is. We'll do what we can and move on from there. So I'm going to get down. I got to get another project started. But if you like this kind of thing, go ahead and hit like and subscribe, and send to some people who might need a little bit of encouragement. I know there's a lot of people. It's kind of weird. Half the country is like flooding, and the other half is about to float away. So sorry, I'm still getting used to my new camera. I'm trying to get it set up where I can see and get lined up and everything. But I'll get there. But share with some people who might need a little bit of encouragement. Maybe they're having some drought. Maybe they're getting flooded out. I don't know what's going on. It's been a mess this year. So like I always say, guys, live until you die. Even if sometimes it's a little discouraging, live. It's okay. This is all we got. We got to get up and get back to work. God bless. See you next time. All right, you got this.
Lead off. We're ready for it, Jaden. Ready?
There you go! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! There you go. Hustle! You got this, girl. You got this.